Alright, let's dive into it. Al Horford has been one of those names floating around a lot lately when it comes to potential NBA moves, and the Los Angeles Lakers have definitely shown interest. It's no secret that several teams have been circling Horford, looking to bring in that veteran presence who can still make a serious impact on the court. You have the likes of Atlanta, the Golden State Warriors, and of course the Lakers, all showing some level of pursuit. Horford brings a unique blend of qualities that teams really value. His versatility to play both the 4 and the 5, the ability to stretch the floor with his three-point shooting, and perhaps most importantly, the steady veteran leadership he offers in critical moments. Even at 39 years old, Horford's defensive presence remains impressive, and his basketball IQ is off the charts. This isn't just a guy who's hanging on because of past glories. He's still a legitimate contributor who can impact the game in multiple ways. What makes Horford so intriguing is how he fits into modern NBA lineups. He's the kind of player who can run pick and pops or pick and rolls with ease, making the right reads and knocking down those open shots when they come. His experience in clutch situations can't be overstated either. He's hit big shots in playoff games before, including during Boston's championship run. The Celtics leaned heavily on his defense and basketball smarts to close out tough games, and that kind of composure is something any contender wants on their roster. Boston, naturally, would like to keep him around, but they're likely heading into a rebuild or at least a down year, which means Horford might be looking for a better shot at a title elsewhere before he calls it quits. Now, the reports have been swirling around three main options for Horford: signing with the Lakers, joining the Warriors, or walking away into retirement. Originally, it seemed like a decision was imminent, with the Warriors expecting to lock him in last week. That hasn't materialized yet, leaving everything wide open. It's clear Horford is taking his time, weighing his options carefully, and probably considering what's best for his legacy and family at this stage in his career. If the Lakers are really his destination of choice, he might have to be patient while they sort out their roster situation. There's talk they might waive Shake Milton to clear space, but the Lakers are also exploring other trade avenues to consolidate salary and create more flexibility. They want to have all their ducks in a row before bringing Horford on board on him. The Lakers end, the goal seems to be building a flexible roster with multiple pieces who can contribute. If Bradley Beal, for instance, gets bought out and is interested, then the Lakers could potentially bring in a combination of Beal, Horford, and someone like D'Anthony Melton. That would give them a solid mix of scoring, veteran leadership, and defensive energy. It's about creating the right balance and depth to compete deep into the playoffs. But for now, it's a waiting game. Horford's decision could still tilt in any direction, and the Lakers remain one of the contenders for his signature. Atlanta has also emerged as a serious player in this chase. It's interesting because Horford has history there, having played significant years in his prime with the Hawks. At 39, he's likely thinking about how many productive years he has left and where he can best contribute. Atlanta offers a young, exciting roster in an Eastern Conference that's wide open for the taking. The Hawks have flirted with deep playoff runs, even making it to the conference finals a few years back, channeling that underdog spirit similar to Indiana's run. Maybe Horford sees a chance to be a key veteran piece on a young team that could make a splash, and maybe even reach the NBA Finals. All these factors make the situation fluid. The Warriors seemed the front runners for a moment, but now it's far from guaranteed. The Lakers remain in the picture, and Atlanta's interest adds a new dynamic. From a purely basketball standpoint, Horford's fit with the Lakers would be compelling. They already have DeAndre Ayton, who is expected to be the starting center and a major piece of their future. Jackson Hayes offers energy off the bench and can fill a limited but valuable role with hustle and athleticism. Adding Horford on top of that would bring veteran stability and flexibility, someone who can step into different lineups and elevate the team's defensive and offensive cohesion. Horford is the kind of player you trust in crunch time. The guy who can come in and deliver solid minutes without needing to dominate the ball. Playoff rotations are short, and having a savvy veteran who knows how to make winning plays is priceless. He fits the mold of a player who can help steady a young core while also being ready to rise to the occasion when the pressure is highest. Unlike some younger players who might get rattled or take bad shots, Horford's basketball IQ and experience mean he usually makes the right play, whether it's setting a screen, rolling to the basket, or knocking down a key jumper. Comparisons have been made between Horford and players like Nikola Vucevic, another big man with shooting range and playmaking skills. But there are subtle differences. Horford isn't quite the playmaker Vucevic. Al can be, but he compensates with his defensive impact and savvy positioning. He's a guy who knows how to protect the rim, switch on to smaller players when needed, and do the dirty work that often goes unnoticed but is critical in playoff basketball. He was the defensive anchor for Boston and remains a solid rim protector even in the later stages of his career. That kind of toughness and intelligence can be taught. It's earned through years of grinding in the league. Looking at Horford's recent stats, he's still producing at a high level for his age. Last season, he played in 60 games and started 42 of them, averaging nearly 28 minutes per contest. His shooting splits are solid, over 42% from the floor, and he hit over 36% of his three-point attempts on a fair volume. He's also a strong free throw shooter, hovering around 89% last season, which is impressive for a big man. On the boards, he pulled down over 6 rebounds a game, added a couple of assists, nearly a steal, and a block per outing, and chipped in 9 points on average. Those numbers might not jump off the page like a star scorer, but they reflect a consistent, reliable contributor who fills multiple roles. For a team like the Lakers, who are building around stars like LeBron James and Luka Doncic, adding a guy like Horford could be the missing piece to elevate the bench and provide the kind of depth needed to compete at the highest level. It's about stacking the roster with complementary pieces, the kind of players who don't necessarily grab headlines but win you games through smart decision-making, leadership, and versatility. The Lakers have seen what happens when you have a roster with talented but unproven pieces. Adding Horford would bring that balance of experience and steadiness. He's not the type of player to dominate the ball, but he knows exactly how to make an impact in the areas that matter most. When the game is on the line and the pressure is high, Horford has a history of making the right plays, whether it's a clutch jumper, a key defensive stop, or a timely pass that sets up a teammate. Looking forward, the Lakers' path to contention likely involves this kind of incremental improvement, adding veterans who can mentor the younger players and elevate the team's overall performance. With LeBron and Luka leading the charge, having a versatile, savvy big man like Horford could be exactly what they need to push through tough playoff series. It's a mix of star power and solid role players that often separates contenders from the rest of the pack. We can imagine a lineup where DeAndre Ayton gets heavy minutes at center, with Horford sliding between power forward and center as needed. Jackson Hayes provides energy off the bench in limited minutes, coming in to maintain intensity and hustle. The flexibility to play different front court combinations is a huge asset in today's game, and Horford's ability to switch and defend multiple positions fits perfectly into that strategy. Offensively, Horford isn't just a shooter. He's a smart player who can operate in the post, make plays off the pick and roll, and find teammates with timely passes. His ability to stretch defenses with his shooting opens lanes for players like LeBron and Luka to attack the basket. And defensively, his presence helps anchor rotations and protect the rim. That combination is rare, especially from a veteran who still wants to compete at a high level. This all adds up to a scenario where Horford is a stabilizing force for the Lakers, someone who can elevate their bench and provide consistent, reliable minutes. That kind of impact is hard to measure with just statistics. It's about leadership, basketball IQ, and the intangibles that help teams win in the playoffs. Ultimately, the question is when and where Horford will sign. The Warriors seemed like the front runners for a while, but now it's unclear. The Lakers are in the mix but have roster moves to make before committing. Atlanta's interest complicates things further. Horford is in a unique position, balancing the desire to keep playing at a high level with considerations about retirement and legacy. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. Los Angeles may be on the verge of witnessing one of the most unexpected turns of the offseason. Whispers are growing louder across the NBA landscape that Chet Holmgren, the promising young big man from the Oklahoma City Thunder, may have just reinforced the Los Angeles Lakers. While nothing has been officially confirmed, several league insiders and social media sleuths are picking up on hints suggesting that Holmgren could be on the move, and that his destination might just be the City of Angels. The buzz began earlier this week when Holmgren was spotted in Los Angeles, sparking speculation that he wasn't just there for off-season training or personal reasons. Then came the cryptic Instagram activity. Holmgren liked several posts related to the Lakers, followed a few team staffers, and was even tagged in a story by a player closely linked to the purple and gold. Combine that with a flurry of deleted tweets from a Lakers insider, and you've got the ingredients for a full-blown rumor mill frenzy. Why would the Thunder part ways with a player of Holmgren's caliber, a 7-footer with elite shot blocking, instincts and perimeter shooting touch? That's the question fueling debates across fan forums and talk shows. Some believe the Thunder, loaded with draft picks and young talent, may be looking to consolidate assets for a veteran star. Others suggest Holmgren himself may be pushing for a change of scenery, seeking a bigger market and brighter spotlight. For the Lakers, adding Holmgren would be nothing short of a coup, after a frustrating playoff exit and another season marked by inconsistency. The front office has reportedly been exploring bold moves to return to championship contention. Pairing Chet with Anthony Davis could create one of the most versatile and defensively dominant front courts in recent memory. A nightmare for opposing offenses and a dream for Lakers fans. Of course, until official word comes from the teams involved, all of this remains pure speculation. But in the NBA, where smoke often leads to fire, fans would be wise to keep their eyes on this developing situation. One thing's for sure, if the rumor holds true, the Western Conference just got a whole lot more interesting. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.